Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Go for a Walk. Today is going to be a different kind of an episode because I am out here with my Springer Spaniel puppy. She is going to be training for explosives detection, and so she's going to be a little bit different than my herding breeds in the way that I work with her because she is a hunting dog and is not quite as dependent naturally as they were when they were puppies. So I'm just going to show you an exercise that I work with her on when we are outside. Now, right now this works. As she gets older, it might not work anymore. Just depends on her and kind of her natural characteristics and how eager she is to respond to her environment. As you can see, she's found a pine cone. So what I want to practice with her is I want to work on getting her engaged with me without being too over the top about it. A lot of people put their puppies on a leash and they'll just focus on, getting their attention repeatedly the whole entire time. And eventually the puppy kind of starts to rebel because they're not able to do the things that they want to do. So I let her have quite a bit of freedom so she can get it out of the system. So it's pretty good enrichment. But because she is going to be more prone to just taking off after things than my Belgians, for instance, I am still going to be intermittently working on getting her redirected back to me. So go girl, good girl. Yes, very nice, good girl. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm waiting until she gets a bit distracted or she tries to come back to me on her own, and I'm going to reinforce that. But as you can see, she has no problem going off and doing her own thing. So when I decide I'm going to call her back, I'm using treats right now. She responds really, really well to toys, but treats are easier to just reinforce and then move along. Good girl. So here, she found a stick. I'm not going to take the stick away from her. I'm just going to... Yes! Good girl! Good girl! Good girl! Yes! So, I am trying to make myself as interesting as possible with the treats. Prey Drive does wonders for dogs and puppies in bringing up your value as a handler. So I'm not just handing her the treats and I'm not just standing there waiting for her to recall. I'm making myself significantly more interesting by running backwards, being really exciting, and then delivering the treats in such a way where it's more like a game. And when she's doing stuff out here that really is not a big deal, I'm not going to correct her for every little thing. I'm just going to kind of leave her and monitor things. And if I see her getting involved in something that is really not good for her, I will then deal with that. But sticks, pine cones, as long as she's not eating all of them, I don't mind if she carries them around. The key is really letting your dog be a dog so they can get it out of their system. Even with these hunting breeds who are maybe a little more prone to being independent and, leaving you in favor. Good job! Yes! Good girl! Good girl! Very nice. Good job. Leaving you in favor of maybe chasing down a game trail or something, which she has already proven that she is very capable of doing. It's all about finding that right delicate balance between letting the puppy do their own thing and getting their focus as the handler, because it is really, really important, especially, as they start getting into adolescence and they become even more independent. You want to make sure you have a nice foundation where you are very valuable as a handler. Good girl. Oh, yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Nice job. Good girl. Good girl. And then, after I've reinforced her, you got it, good girl. I do not put her on a lead, don't take her back in the house. I let her go off and do what she was doing. That way, coming back to me doesn't suck. And as you can see, she is very happy to just run far and fast. At least she looks back, which we have been working on because I know that this little puppy has the propensity to decide that she's just going to go off on her own. Yes, girl! Very nice, good girl, yes! Nice. So you can see there. Now, if you're a puppy owner and you're practicing this, your hand will probably get bit a little bit. In enthusiasm, if you are using the treats in such a way where you're kind of moving them around like a toy, I don't mind it. It's just something to be wary of. If you are attempting this and you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't stand the puppy biting, then maybe get something like, canned food in a package, something where there's kind of a barrier in between your hand and the actual food, so the puppy's grabbing onto that and not you. So just a little tip. Now, one other thing I'm going to note is a lot of times I will wait until she looks at me naturally and then I'll recall a little bit right now, just because we're in such the early stages. And I like the fact that she is looking back at me sometimes. Other times I want to catch her when she's distracted, like maybe here. No! Yeah! Nice! Yes! Good girl! Good girl! Good job! And then I just let her go right back off. These just kind of skills build the foundation for having a solid recall, making sure your dog is not, making sure your dog is happy to come back to you because you are high value. Good girl. Good girl. Nice. Now with her in the house, and even a little bit outside, I haven't been doing it outside mainly because of all the snow and the ice. It's dangerous, but she will work for a toy. So I have a little tug that I can show you. It looks like this. It's got some rabbit fur, some fox fur, and a little ball in the end. I'll, drag that around on the ground a little bit. Or she's got these non-abrasive squeaky Kong tennis balls that she absolutely loves. I will toss one of those, not very far because she's a baby and she's just not going to chase it that far. But if she comes back to me or if she does something that I like, I really like to use that kind of prey drive that she already sort of has to my advantage, and I will reinforce her with a toy. But out here, when there's a lot of snow and some ice on the ground, it's just easier and a little bit safer to just use the food. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have a puppy currently, go ahead and tell us in the comments below what you're doing to try to build some handler engagement. We look forward to seeing you again next time. No.